Good appropriate time of the day to you, friends and enemies. I am Richard, and this whole thing, this is lmtdtmffr, or, say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. And how are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. It's almost the end of the year. It's certainly the last Friday of the year, and, you know, I don't think I'm really going to miss this year. It's not been a great one. It's not been as bad as some other years, but it's not been great. But you know what is great? The fact that Steam have put out their replay feature list thing where you can look over all of the games that you have played over the year and see how much time you have spent wasting. Time you enjoyed wasting was not wasted. John Lennon, I think that was. He said, looking up at the thing he had on his wall where it says, "Yeah, that's John Lennon." That's a quote I've got on my wall. So, yeah, there we go. Well, as I was saying all of that rubbish, why don't we have a look at my Steam replay? We're going to do this in a messy, messy fashion that nobody will like. But here we go. Because I can't get the browser stream thing to work properly in here, in OBS. So I'm just going to show you my screen, which you'll briefly see there, and then we'll go over here and see this. This year you played a lot of new games and unlocked quite a few achievements. Here are a few of your highlights. So here we go, Tabletop Simulator, 10% of my playtime. I played 70 games, 37 of which were new, 10 demos. I played 10% of my time with Marvel Spider-Man. Although some of that time is actually not me playing, and is in fact my nephew's playing it on my Steam Deck, which they were doing over Christmas and various other days when I was over there. They're enjoying it too. 261 achievements unlocked. 36 games. 23 rare achievements, you say? I can't click on that to bring it up, but I can click on this. Here we go. Look, I played it in January, February, and then a little bit, and then more in November and December. It took a long period off of doing stuff then. Otherwise, there would be a lot more on there. I play a lot of, play test a lot of games, physical games that are coming out via Tabletop Simulator. Thus, I get a lot of game time in that engine. And Dying Light. That's a fun little game. Yeah, you can see I started back in February, and then I started doing some multiplayer over here in November and December. Oh, look, a 4-day streak apparently. Alright. You can see how little games I played during that middle period. I played 60% with a keyboard and mouse and 40% with a controller, apparently. Alright. I mean, I play Dying Light with a controller because there are so many different buttons, etc. on there to use. But who knows? How did I compare with the rest of the community? The average was 21, and I'm well over the average with 461. I played 70 games, where the average is only 5, which, seems very low to me. My longest streak was 27 days. The Steam average was 9. That surprises me that I did not play it for longer than that. I mean, I would like to see a streak of 365 days. I'm surprised it is not like that. I suppose now, if I have my Steam Deck, I could log in every day and play a minute of something, no matter where I was, and it would count. Who knows if I will get that up. 37% of the games you played were new releases. Wow. Isn't that good? 17% of the games, the percentage of games the average player has Steam that were released during 2020. I'd like to know what new games they were. Can I see that? No, I can't. I guess Marvel Spider-Man counts as one. Since it was released. 58% of them were recent favourites, and 5% were released 8 or more years ago. It surprises me that there's not more. But I guess I've got GOG for the older games. So yeah, okay. Maybe not. And of course there's Epic as well, which they won't have older games on there, but I've got a couple of the newer games that came out this year on there as well. Was Horizon Forbidden Dawn? Was that this year that I did that, or was that last year? That's got to have been last year, right? Yeah, time is a mess anyway. 19%. Oh, well, I'm well under the average for playing old games then, aren't I? And only a little under the average for playing released in the last years. And what kind of games have I played? Superhero games. Well, I mean, that is definitely going to be marked up from Marvel's Midnight Suns. And no, Tabletop Simulator won't track that but one of the games that I'm playtesting is a superhero game. And again, I guess I am actually playtesting the digital implementation of the physical card game that I am playtesting on there as well, and that is a superhero game. So there we go. That's it. Lovecraftian. Well, that's got to be. I mean, I played Cthulhu. What else did I play that was Lovecraftian this year? Hmm. I don't know. I guess I tried out a couple of the things during one of the Steam Fests that were Lovecraftian. All right. Western. Well, I did a tiny bit of Weird West. Maybe that counts as Lovecraftian as well. I would like to go back to that. I definitely want to go back to that one. Tabletop Simulator, of course, is covering under the tabletop game, and there are a couple others like Star Realms I play, which is a card game, which is a fun implementation of the physical board game. It's a deck. It's a deck builder where you build the deck as you play, and you buy things from a central reserve, and you try and beat your opponent down with it. Maybe we'll have that at some point. Beat 'em ups. Well, that's Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that came out, and I believe Streets of Rage came out this year as well. And even if it didn't, I have played some of that as well. I enjoy those. And oh well, there's Deck Builder. Hmm, what's the difference between Deck Builder and Tabletop? I would have lumped those two together, but maybe not. I guess there are deck builders that cannot be done on the tabletop, where values constantly change. I wonder if Marvel's Midnight Suns counts as a deck builder. Who knows? And here we see all of the ways I've interacted with the community, which is not very much at all. Wow, I added a whole new one friend and made 5 posts. I have no idea what those 5 posts were. I haven't written any reviews or anything else. And look at the top games. There we go, Tabletop Simulator. A 4-day streak of that. That surprises me it's not longer. And a 4-day streak of Spider-Man as well. Really? Well, I mean, August, September, I guess I did that. And there we go, I got 55 achievements for it. Isn't that impressive? Tabletop Simulator doesn't know what you're simulating. No, that is true. It doesn't. Anyway, I've got a 4-day streak on Dying Light and 22 achievements. I'm enjoying Dying Light. It's a decent enough game. I've also got Dying Light 2, and that's fun enough as well, although I haven't played that anywhere near as much. Anyway, our Marvel's Midnight Suns, 35 achievements, 8%, all of the 100% of the playtime was played in December, nothing in November, because, it wasn't released then. On a 6-day streak as well, apparently. I've played it 37 times. I mean, a couple of those times will just be me starting it up to look at things. There we go, we've got Gotham Knights, which I haven't streamed on here, but I've been enjoying that. I played it all of it. Oh yeah, that would have counted towards the superhero genre as well. There we go. It's not the world's best game, but it's still a fun game. I'm still enjoying what I do. And I know I parasocially know one of the people who was involved in the writing of it. So, I'm enjoying it. And the writing's in there. And look, huge amounts of time there in January. And then much more in November. Look. 40% Batman Arkham Knight. Oh yes, I did go back to that, didn't I? Have I got any Arkham Knight in here? No. Oh well, there we go. I've played on more than one device, Windows and Steam Deck. The platforms I played it looks like you got a Steam Deck. Yes, I did. Anything games are 55 PlayStation. Oh, there we go. Look, I played some Sonic Mania. I played all of these on there. Unsurprising. 40% of it was with a controller. Yeah, these require controllers. Maybe not Sable, but it was easier with a controller. 27 days from November to December. Okay. And I played 16 different games during that time, did I? Okay. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I guess bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth is also a tabletop game, I guess. It's a digital implementation of a physical board game. You roll you have two coins, and you choose two sides of those coins, and your opponent also chooses two sides of those coins, and you are trying to fake out your opponent as to which sides of those coins you have picked. And then, depending on whether you fooled them or they picked the right ones, you get different abilities to use depending on which batter or bowler you're playing as. Pitcher in American baseball, isn't it? And then you roll the dice and you try and get a strike or just get them out immediately if they manage to hit the ball. It's a reasonably simple but surprisingly deep dice game. Even though I didn't really mention the dice, the dice are the determining factor of whether or not you hit the ball or not. You're not allowed to Steam Deck according to Steam. Yeah, I know there's some problems for some reason with Australia and New Zealand allowing in Steam Decks. I don't know why. Oh, and here we are. I can look at all. Can I click on them and get better things? Yes, all right. But we've seen that, and we can just go through them all. Ooh, look at all these things that I'm getting. 35 achievements for that. Well, let's see if we can make that go up. 23 achievements for this. Well, I'm not going to go through all of them. Gloomhaven, again, that was a tabletop game as well. Digital implementation of a physical board game. It's a lot easier to do here than it is in the with the physical game, which is great because the setup and teardown time of Gloomhaven, the physical game, it takes ages to set it up, and and because it's an ongoing campaign thing, you have to keep note of everything as you go. It is a whole mess to get it done. There we go. Oh, look at those. All these games that I have been playing. Oh, how exciting. Oh yeah, Deathloop. Did I not first play this year? Was that released at the end of last year? Sunset Overdrive. I mean, I booted it up, but I didn't actually play any of it. And Weird World. That is the first game that I install on any new computer via Steam. It is it is an amazing game for what it is. It's a very quick 15-minute style game. Uh, I will have to show that off rather than explain that at some point. Thank you for being part of the community. There we go. Now I'm going to close this. You're going to see a bunch of mess while I turn off that. There we go. Now I'm going to transition back. Ha ha, we're back. Did I look up the Hiram page locations? No, I did not. I entirely forgot to do that. Because why would I remember to do a sensible thing like that? But never mind. But I am going to very, very briefly